Good day, fellow travelers on Spaceship Earth. It is I'm Chill Hop. Chill Hop it is. Chill Hop, I tell you, Chill Hop. Good morning, Brent. Now I'm over here trying to fuss with the scene. I think I'll figure something out here. All right, so here. What I can do is kind of look at these people here. Right? Are we hearing music enough? Yeah, we are. I was like, are we hearing any music? And the problem is, there was like 3 days ago, I had this idea and thought, and I wasn't able to write it down or take a note of it. It was in my car. And I was like, I'll hold on to it till I get home. And now I can't remember it, of course, because I can never trust myself on that one. So, myself a McDonald's thingy. This shouldn't be two pieces. Work. Work. All right. In the space that took you to do work, I have moved one scene. Good job, me. That work thing. Nobody believes that's real. It's like a unicorn. Now that I look at the scene here, I'm actually thinking this should be Mirel and Alex. That cuts the quartermaster sequence out by itself. Which saves us a page. And we're going to take this section here because we like that and put it right there. And maybe I'll even move it over to here just temporarily, just so I know where it is. Because I'm going to move this over at some point when we get to that point. We're going to do that. I'm going to delete that because we don't need to worry about that anymore. And now we're going to take this, and instead it's going to be around. Because I'm kind of feeling like all right. We have to now try password things. So we're going to go try password things. I'll be right back. For this one, I'm going to go in here. Because obviously, do not want you to be All right. All right. That's a plus. All right. Um, I should be. Last night I wasn't feeling good, and so um, I was feeling um, oh gosh. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I had something that happened. Um, like something I ate or something is not living well with me. So, um, I think we just solved that problem. So I need my 2021 taxes to finish my FAFSA. And for whatever reason, I don't know why, but whatever reason, we didn't download the PDF for 2021 and 2022 out of TurboTax, which is what we do our taxes through, which is not generally a problem, except that, of course, naturally for the FAFSA, I need to enter line 22 of section 43 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it needs me to put in specific numbers from specific lines. And I'm like, and of course, they want it from 2021. And it's like, really? So this has been and of course, for whatever reason, and we don't know why, it was not allowing us to get into TurboTax. So, it was Mariah's account. And she was at work and all that stuff, and didn't really want to do it. And I get that. But now I have them all in here. And it's a mistake. See, I'm learning a whole bunch of things that I will never do again. All right. Now I can finish my FAFSA. Hopefully. All right. Yeah, I don't know if it was something that didn't agree or I just had a bad problem with something, but it was my lower stomach. It was my intestines, and it was just I felt ugh. So I went ahead and just didn't do anything. I'm gonna check to see if it's got business taxes. It said business. What are my business taxes? Oh, okay. Well, oh, that worked. I'd see you. That'd be cool. Yeah, so far I'm doing fine today. I rested a lot yesterday. Yeah, so you're just wanting me to do this. Fine. All right. Apologize, guys. I'm going to be back in that same thing here now. I'm going to be working back on my FAFSA. So I need to finish my student stuff. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. It's always like I hate two-factor because two-factor means that you can't just log in. I get it. Two-factor is safer, but every time you do the two-factor and then it has to bring up the disclaimer saying, you're entering a federal website. By doing this, you are, if you're misrepresenting, then we will have to kill you alive. All right. Now we have it. Line 11. Line 1. See, now they're adding all of these weird things. And 12. And my business took a loss in 2021. There's so many pieces of paper. and difficult. Oh, God. Okay. Let's see if this will tell me something. My P&L on this, because it doesn't. Uh, so, what bothers me is I'm right now in the middle of trying to apply as a student for school, which is awesome, but I'm 50. And so everything is pretty cut and dry when you leave your mom's house at 18. When you're 50, the world is markedly more complex. For example, I filed jointly with my wife. If I use my wife's earnings, then it's going to skew the results. Moreover, we're not using my wife's earnings from this point forward. So that's not an accessible thing for me. This is becoming a real mess. I don't want them to think I make a bunch of money that I don't make. I want them to realize that I don't make a lot of money. And once I get into school, I'm not going to have a lot of spoons to keep getting extra jobs to make more money. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to deal with this. And it's like, wow, this is so complicated. And it's doing something like, well, if you are married and filed jointly, then just use your W 2s. Well, I work from home and I work for myself, and I did not issue a W 2 to myself. So I don't have any W 2s. So now I'm trying to parse from here what were my earnings? And I'm starting to think that what I'm just going to end up doing is saying, hey, you're just going to have to take my word for this. Then I made 24,412. Yeah, it's already in there. $22. Oh, that's, I'm like, what is going on? Minus the schedule 2. I don't have a schedule 2. I have a schedule C, schedule E, 8812, form 8880, 8995, 5695. Good heavens. Okay, so that's minus 0. That makes it. Let's just double check this. Okay. Schedule 2. I don't have any in Schedule 2, so this is 0. Combat pay. I mean, I'm a teacher, so just saying. Combat pay. No. Student college grants. No. Education credits. No. Untaxed portions of IRA distributions. No. IRA deductions and payments to self-employed simple. Oh man, no. Tax exempt interest income from IRA. Line 2A. Let's see. Have anything from line 2A? No. Nope. Okay. Child support. No. Earnings from work under a cooperative education program offered by college. No, but I will. So this stuff's going to be all in here next year whenever I get through this stuff. Taxable earnings from need-based employment programs. Work study. Not yet. Let's soon. Child support received for all children. No. Housing, food, and other living allowances paid to family members of the military, clergy, and others. Does not include the value of on-base military housing. Okay, no. Payments to tax-deferred pension. No. Veterans non-education. No. Other untaxed income not reported. No. Money received or paid on your behalf. Not reported elsewhere on this form. No. Right? Like $3 an hour. As of today, what is your total current balance of cash, savings, and checking accounts? No, I don't know that one, but I can tell you what my net investments are. Goose egg, including real estate. Still goose egg. Current business and or investment farms. 0. But it does want everything that's together in my bank account. I can do that for you. Making sure I'm not broadcasting it, because that's what I really need to do, is broadcast all of my bank information. Yeah, that doesn't look any fun, does it? Yeah, it's unpleasant. I did get back from Dr. Friedman. Dr. Friedman loved my personal statement and said, please just upload that as it is. It will be awesome. It says it, you're not done yet. Okay, look it over. There's my high school. Housing plans. Dependency status. Do you want to answer questions about your parents? It won't help you. Actually, the college asked me all of this stuff about my parents. Where's your father working? Nowhere. Where's your mother working? Nowhere. It was like, I hate to say this, guys. Inch to centimeters, and then 2 millimeters, then back to inches. Doors, windows, and such guides. Oh God. I had an idea for you. I have an idea for you, my friend. So, out there somewhere, there's this company that's making tarragon. Tarragon tiles you've probably seen them. They're hexes with that they attach to one another and they connect and things like that. And they were based off of a game that was made a billion years ago, called Heroescape. And the tiles are the same size, so you can use them for Heroescape tiles. And I was like, "Ah, man, what we really need is the same thing, but for space, because all of us who play space games, I would love to have. Hey there, Jackson. I would love to have a movable map, right? You build the map in the center of the table, and the ships start fighting each other, and then you can move the entire map over, and then just add more tiles over here when they start going this way to fight each other. And I'd be like, oh man, that'd be so cool to do that. And I was like, but there's no real terrain with that in space per se. Usually the terrain's kind of like, there's asteroids or clouds of gas or whatever. And then I was like, oh, you know what you do? You make them out of resin and you make them clear. And I don't know, about quarter inch or maybe a half an inch thick. And then you put black on the back of it with stars, right? But then for terrain, you'd put little pebbles in the resin. So you've got stars and some rocks suspended in the terrain. Your ship still has to, you follow whatever rules you follow for asteroids, but you'd still do the same thing. So in the end, you would just do the whole resin thing, and you could then put debris, and if you wanted to make nebula, you could put wispy red, coloring in it. So it's just got wispy tendrils of red coloring in it. And that would be a nebula and stuff like that. So it would still read. You'd still be able to look at it and go, oh yeah, those are nebula tiles or whatever. But yeah, you could do that. And I was like, oh, this is something I got to tell Brent. Because that would be so cool to have a set of these tiles. They're slightly thicker than like poker chips or whatever. So the way that Tarragon's doing it is they're putting them in a box and stacking them all together in a box sideways so that you just pull the groups of them out, And so I was like, that'd be so cool. So that was my idea. This idea that I think you and I should try to figure out how to do. I'll look this up. Well, version of it. Okay. Okay. What I need to do though is spin up a previous show like we did before, because I'm going to be sitting there typing stuff, which is boring. Boring. That's a lot of maths. All that does is just make my head hurt. You know what I mean? Just saying. All right. Now we can watch Han and I continuing our little drawing thing. Okay, this question can't be blank unless you won't file a tax return. Adjusted gross income includes more than wages earned. For example, it includes Social Security and business income. If the answer to this question isn't pre-filled, enter the amount of you and your spouse's AGI in 2021. Okay? Because that's significantly more. A lot of maths just hurts my brain. Right. I gotta go here and finish this all up. Easy. Okay, click continue to continue. Continue to continue. These questions do not affect it. Well, interesting that Japanese is considered a race. So is Korean, Vietnamese, and Filipino. It's very, I'm trying to figure out what their thought process is on this, but that's what. Application was. Okay. You see, you're kind of mad. I don't blame you for being mad. That's nasty. Who wants that? Um, Here's where things. This is why I was saying I'm concerned about entering my FAFSA, right? Because it says, one, you will use federal and or state student financial aid only to pay the cost of attending an institution of higher education. Got that. Two, you're not in default in a student loan. Aha, but I am. Or have made satisfactory arrangements to repay it. I'm not, right? Because like my previous student loans are in default, but they're also currently being cleared, right? Number three, you don't owe money back on a federal student grant, nope, or have made satisfactory arrangements to pay it, not applicable. Number four, you will notify your school if you default in a federal student loan and will not receive a federal Pell Grant from more than one school for the same period of time. That's easy. This is why I was like, see you later, Brent. Have a good lunch. Say hi to your mom. Tell her thank you for, being a supporter of Geek Tank. Yeah, I'm filling out the FAFSA for student loans or student aid. I'm not doing loans if I can avoid it. I cannot tell you how little I want to be back under the student loan hammer ever again. I've spent the last 2 decades not able to even buy so much as a Snickers bar because I've been under so much on my student loans. My student loans were insane because I went to a for-profit school. I'm not going to a for-profit school again. That was stupid. Congratulations, your FAFSA form was successfully submitted to federal student aid. You know, the email your FAFSA form was processed. Your FAFSA information will be available to the schools. Do they know what school we're doing? Yeah, but where do I tell it that it's a teach grant? Oh, school's on my FAFSA form. See you, Boulder. Okay. Well, you figured it out somehow then, but that's fine. Remarkably complicated. Yeah. Coverdell Education Savings Account. Oh. Man, I was getting interest so badly with my old college things. I'm looking at this going, gosh, I could have gotten money for that, or at least a tax break. Nice, go you. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing the undergrad thing with that, so I should be moving faster. But I guess technically I'm meeting with the consulate right now. Sort of. Not really. All right. All right. Yeah. It won't. I actually asked them specifically for that, and what they said was, "It doesn't matter, you have to take 120 credit hours. So you can test out of it, but then you just fill it with something else." Which, I mean, I'm not saying that's not gonna happen. At some point in time, I will have an advisor, and I'll be able to sit down with my advisor and say, "Okay, what the hell am I doing?" You know what I mean? And they'll be like, "Well, that's, we'll do this, and you wanna do that, you wanna do the other." In the meantime, I can calculate my costs. Alright. So what we're doing here is I'm looking at some of the other things they're saying. And well, I've signed up for that, so that's good. It says that I can have $9,500 worth of student loans. Hand's not really here. This is my trick. If I'm working on something that's boring, rather than have 2 hours of me going, I'm just doing that, I figured I would replay something that we've done before up in the upper screen up there, and then it'll show it down here, and then I'm up here. And it's Ken and me doing the. We did a challenge one time where it was redraw one page of Flash Gordon, and to show how long it took each of us to do it. And we actually both ended up finishing right about the same time. It was pretty good. Okay, work steady. Mm. I feel kind of like I feel like this isn't going the way I want it to. Like, it's saying, I think it's taking the money that we made in 2021 and using that as its basis. I won't be having that much income. All right. Well, I've completed my FAFSA. That's a plus. It's significantly better than I was hoping for. So, so how are you doing out there, Jackson? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good to hear. And New York Comic Con, it just sounds like so much fun in its own way. I'm sorry for yawning, guys. I'm not sleeping a lot. There is a whole lot of stuff going on in my world right now. Now I'm just trying to sit here and make sure I've done all the things. And then think through all the stuff because I have to set myself up for success. I don't want to be setting myself up for failure. So think about where I will be in January or February when I have a class load. That's kind of cool and important to know. Yeah, lots to do. But like, should I be setting up? I guess I don't know yet when I should set up an effective red day for me. a day when I need to make sure that I do all of the things. So it's going to be a thing I'm going to have to really think about here. Yeah. Anyway, 'tis the nature of the beast. Yeah, we're both going to have to just buckle it down, get our butts to work on these things, grumble a lot while we're at it. You know. Yep, it's gonna be a road for us.
I just feel kind of a little chilled.
while I wait for my PC to get its act together. Now I'm just doing miscellaneous stuff. Yeah, you can lurk. It's totally cool. Totally cool, bro. You got it. You got this. I have to up my game. I notice sometimes I'm like looking at these things. Animation, despite the fact that I've declared a different major, I still think that animation is wonderful and beautiful. And there's an old artwork to it that's gone. It's frankly gone. And it's sad. It makes me sad all the time. All these beautiful things that so many of them are just gone now. Someday we'll do a show and I'll bring out some of my collections of interesting things that I have done and seen over the years. Like how animation used to be made, things like that. Oh man. Oh man. And gosh, I hope I make it. I'm just sitting over here yawning. I'm starting to fall asleep. Mostly because what I'm doing right now is I have a whole bunch of interesting backgrounds, but they're all TIFFs, which cost like a gajillion, bazillion, whatever. And they're really pretty and they're super high resolution scans. But I'm falling asleep while doing these because it's boring. You load one, yeah, do the thing, and then you whatever, and it's like, okay. I'm not really getting as much sleep as I used to because I'm parenting a kid. It is in the middle of, aha, dad's not in the room, so I can do whatever I want because you won't notice. So I'm trying to keep up with that. Because, like, we're having the grades dropped into almost a uniform all Fs. They already had the semester. Just didn't do any of their homework. I was like, we were playing games at school? Well, yeah, because we figured out a way to keep the teacher from knowing what we're doing. It's like, that's not positive. Oh, man. So now I'm staying up all night with a kid and doing all this schoolwork prep the next day for me. And I'm just like, ah, it's so hard. So here I am yawning a lot. My apologies, guys. maybe what I will do is decide to go take a nap after a stream is done this morning, because I've been doing all of the initial hardcore work. Like, now my FAFSA is done. That's great. So one less problem to worry about today. And so once that's done, now that that's done, I can probably relax a little. Uh, hmm. Might not be a bad idea. The school is starting to say, "You thinking about picking up some hours with a behind the wheel instruction?" Like, I stopped doing that at one point in time, but now I'm kind of like, maybe it's not a bad idea. It'd be a way to pick up some extra cash. And it'd be in the evenings, which would be good. So I could save my days for school. It does mean getting back in the cars, though, and I did not like driving there before, riding with them before. Not like it's a big deal, but behind the wheel's been kind of a thing, and I'm like, I did leave it for a reason, you know? Maybe I should, though. That wouldn't be bad. I mean, it would only be for a little while until I know what we're doing for everything else. But, and actually, really, I didn't mind the behind the wheel instruction itself so much as wasn't ecstatic about the paperwork that's involved. There's so much. And if you do this wrong, you know, and then we get to take away your accreditation for 6 months. Or good morning, Merrick. So it's not a big deal. I mean, I like the actual work itself. It's it's the paperwork. But I'm not good at paperwork anyway. And honestly, there's so few places I can go that are not going to have any paperwork. You know, so might as well just kind of buck up and take it. How are you doing this morning, Merrick? Hey, at least. Yeah, we've got like, 3 minutes left. So there's still enough time you can say hi at least. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. So I'm okay with that. Yep, 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 yep. I, on the other hand, have been finishing some of the paperwork that needs to be done for returning to school and kind of figuring that one out. Certainly, once school starts, this body doubling stream is going to become markedly different. Not as exciting as it once was. 'Cause I will be doing homework all the time here. Definitely something I need to be body doubled in. Yeah, it'll be fine. I figure I'll have Jackson here every so often. Maybe we can figure out. Yeah, you're gonna have homework too. And I can't I have a problem talking and writing at the same time, but I also write in bursts. So it's not like I sit there and and I just keep typing for a long time. And I always write in bursts so I could talk and then write like the song from Music again. Type a little, talk a little, type a little, talk a little, cheep, cheep, cheep. More. 2 to 3 hours of homework a week? Yeah. Oh, you mean for your Japanese class? Yarv. Like, I'll be lucky if I only have 2 or 3 hours of homework. A background with an error in it. That's rare. Like where the painter readjusted the lines because the lines need to be different. Don't use these punches. Use these punches, sort of thing. All right. 11 o'clock now. That'll work. All right. We only have like 2 more of these, so I'll just go ahead and do them real quick. Meeting time. See you later. Yeah, me too. I got a meeting here in just a second too. So I'm gonna head over to switching to a different thought process mode. I think that's it for these backgrounds. The rest of them we didn't put the backgrounds in. Kind of sad. All right, we'll save this guy. Assembled. Oh. All right, well, guys, we're going to go ahead and call this for the day. And I'm going to go on ahead and go. I've got another meeting coming up here soon. So I'm going to have to bug out and see whether my partner is up for this meeting or not. We don't know. He could be asleep still. For all we know, anything could happen. But either way, I've got to go mess with him. So I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. I'll see you all tonight for our evening stream. And as always, remember to keep your eyes on the stars. Good night.